And what's up, guys and gals? We're here for the very first Monday buzz, and today, guys, we're gonna get started with a full body energizer. It's gonna just take us through some very basic movements to get your body nice and loose and ready on this beautiful Monday morning or whatever morning you may be doing this workout. So as always, guys, we're gonna kick this off with a warm-up. We're gonna get started with some knee pulls. So stabilize yourself and let's begin. Just gently pulling that knee up to the chest. Remember to stay tall in your torso as you drive your knee up, okay? Based on whatever level of stability you have, you go a little slower and focus on finding your balance, okay? Remember, your body is just waking up, so you don't want to force it into doing anything that's not ready to do just yet. So be nice and gentle, be kind, it's still morning time, and enjoy the stretches. Alright, up next, guys, we're going to bring the fingertips to the hips. Love that rhyme. Fingertips to the hips. We're going to do some hip circles, do a couple in one direction, and then switch it over to the other direction. Alright, so go ahead and just get a couple more of these. Remember to keep your chest up as you're working through that range of motion. Alright, good job. So now we're going to go into a wide-legged stance. So take those legs out as wide as it's comfortable for you. Toes are pointing forward. We're going to shift the body weight over to the left side. Okay, so there's a bend in the left knee. The right leg is straight, and we're going to shift it over to the other side. So we're switching between the two, warming up that groin. It's a really sensitive area, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that it's nice and loose and ready to work, ready to rock and kick you into this week nice and healthy. That's it. So side to side, keep switching your movement, keep your chest lifted here, and remember to breathe. So all these stretches are dynamic, which means we're not holding them. We're just going to the first point of tension, slight bounce, bring it back to the center and over to the other side. Alright, we're going to switch it up here. We're going to inhale, bring the fingertips to the hips one more time. Exhale over to the left side. Big breath in and up over to the other side for a side bend. So we're going to keep switching this out, changing between the two. Feel that lovely stretch along the side of the body. Remember to keep your base, that's your feet, keep your base solid. Keep your chest opened up as you're switching from side to side. Gonna go for one more here. Alright, good job. So from here now, we're gonna take it into windmills. Windmills, you're gonna reach the right fingertips down, tap the left toes, and switch sides. Now as you switch, I want you to swing that opposite arm, the free arm, swing it up and back and let your eyes follow the fingertips, okay? This makes for a really good twist on the lower back, on the spine. Keep your knees nice and soft here and enjoy the stretch. It's a nice rotational movement, help to open up the muscles of the spine and bring it all the way right back in. Now we're preparing for a deep squat here. So your feet, guys, are just outside of hip width. You're going to take it all the way down as low as is comfortable for you, whatever your range of motion allows you to go, and down into the deep squat. Keep your chest lifted here. Then we're going to place the fingertips on the mat and extend into a hamstring stretch. Alright, so remember, we're bouncing the stretch out. Alright, so back down to the deep squat again, and then up to the hamstring stretch. So switch between the two here. Sending some warmth and some heat, some energy to those legs, getting the hips opened up. Alright, good stuff. You're going to bring it up to standing. Now we're going into shoulder circles. So really big shoulders. Well, really big shoulder circles is what I meant to say. It's still a little early in the morning. So get those shoulder circles going in one direction and then change it. We're going to take it to the other direction. Remember, your shoulders stay nice and relaxed here. Don't shrug them up. Just relax it. And that's it. That's our warm-up. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to get started with the actual workout. I pointed to the sky, pretty much saying that it is hot in Singapore. It's pretty warm when I recorded this workout. Nonetheless, guys, let's prepare for our workout. Okay, so the very first exercise, we've got squats, 10 reps. Are you ready? Alright, let's go. So we're down into that squat, press your knees outward, stick your butt back and keep your chest lifted, okay? Work through a full range of motion here, 10 reps of squats, really pushing from the heels. Once you've done your 10, the next movement is squat to plank. Alright, good job. So we're coming down into a squat. We're going to place the hands on the mat, step back into plank, step the feet in, and come right back to the squat position. We're going to do this 10 times, okay? And remember, when you come back to the squat position, make sure it's nice and solid, meaning that your chest is lifted, you're not hunched over in the upper back, you're really pressing into those heels, and you're feeling solid, alright? So 10 times. Probably miscounted a couple of these. And again, guys, it's early morning, so be gentle with your body, see what's happening, work the kinks out, and give it some time to warm up. It's a machine, okay? Alright, now we're all coming in at different levels, so if you're done, the next movement up is push-ups. You got 10 push-ups. Remember, you can modify by coming to your knees, work at your own pace, okay? But once you've started, make sure you work through a full range of motion. So that means take your body down as a whole, you bring it back up as a whole, really push from the base to the palms, keep your abs tight, and breathe, y'all. Inhale through your nose, exhale out through the mouth. Once you've done those 10 push-ups, now we're going into mountain climbers for 10, but they're nice and slow. So really focus on bringing the knee forward, keeping the hips down, hands on the shoulders. And once you've done those 10 mountain climbers, now we're going to step the left leg through into lunges. We're going to do 10 lunges on the left leg, 90 degrees in that front knee. Remember, keep the knee in the front leg behind the toes. Keep your chest lifted. Really push from the front heel and drop that back knee as low as is possible for you. 10 lunges on one leg. Then we're going to switch it over to the other side for another 10. Want to remind you guys that you have the power, so if at any point you need to hit that pause button for whatever reason, you slap that pause button and you come right back in. And we've got our final movement in this first round, plank walkers. So we're going to come down into a high plank, or modify by coming to your knees. Going to drop one elbow down under the shoulder and then switch it over to the other side for a total of 10 reps. Now down, down, up, up is equivalent to 1 rep, okay? And now to my modification crew, I want to remind you that form is everything. So that means make sure that even though you're on your knees, you're maintaining a neutral spine. You're bringing that hand back under the shoulder and dropping the elbow down under the shoulder so that you're staying safe while you get this movement done. Alright, so once you finish your plank walkers, you've got the option of taking 30 seconds rest. No more than 30 seconds, okay? Or you can join me. We're going to go right back to the beginning for round number 2 of this workout. We're going to start with squats once again for 10 reps. Remember, it's the same thing, same exercise. Your body should be feeling a little bit more loose, so now you're going to give me just an oomph more effort as we go through this round number 2. Keep your chest lifted in the squats. Make sure you're pressing the knees outward, push from the heels, and have fun with it. We're in exercise number 2, which is squat to plank. Remember, come down to a solid squat position, place your hands down on the mat, step back into a plank, and then right back into the squat position. Now I want you to also be mindful of your legs and make sure that you alternate which leg steps back first on each repetition. Exercise number 3, push-ups. Remember, if you're modifying your push-ups, come to the knees, keep your spine straight regardless as to which version you're doing, and take your body down as a whole, bring it back up as a whole, and feel that burn across the chest. So the push-ups will be over really quickly. Remember, it's only 10 reps. From here, you're going to stay up in the plank position and transition directly into mountain climbers for 10 reps. Alright, ready? Let's go. Remember, hand comes under the shoulders. Keep the hips low and drive the knee forward across the body. So you're working right knee towards left elbow. Once you've done that, you're going to step your left leg forward into a lunge. 10 lunges on the left leg. Just switch it up to the side here so you guys can see what's happening. You see that 90 degrees in the front and in the back. And it's not necessary, oh my goodness, it's not necessary for you to take that back knee down to the point where it touches the ground, okay? So go as far as it's comfortable for you. Push from that front heel to bring you back to an upright position. And once you've done those 10, we're going to switch it over onto the other side. Definitely by now your heart rate should be up. You should be feeling some blood going around the body. Maybe there is some sweat rolling down your face. We're going to prepare for our final movement, plank walkers. And remember, you can always modify this move by coming to your knees. So how do we do it? We set it up with a nice solid plank, hand under shoulders. Once you got that set up, we're going to take it down into a low plank and bring it right back up to high plank. Remember, down, down, up, up is equivalent to 1. We're going to do that 10 times. Quick point to note here, think about your hips. You don't want your hips to be tossing side to side excessively. So what we want to do is to lock your core in, keep the hips low, and control the swinging motion of them as you go through the movement. These are all very basic movements that you can do anywhere at any time, and you don't need equipment. So once you're done, remember we got one final round. Feel free as always guys to put 30 seconds rest right here, or you can join me for round number 3. So let's go ahead, get it started with squats, or hit the pause button and then come back in for the final round. Now here's a challenge for you. For the next movement, squat to plank, those of you guys who are feeling loose or feeling stronger, feel free to hop back into your plank. Okay, so come down to the squat. You can continue stepping back to plank like I'm doing right here, or you can feel free to plant those hands and jump back into the plank. Okay, so we've got just a couple more reps of this. I'm sure your heart rate is probably elevated right now, but it's time to transition into move number 3, that's push-ups. So come to your knees if you need to. Let's get a strong solid 10, taking our chest all the way down. Remember, we always work through a full range of motion. And breathe. When I say breathe, I mean inhale as you go down and exhale as you come up. It really helps with the movement. And we want to transition smoothly from the push-ups into mountain climbers. So on your 10th rep, you stay up in that plank position just like me, and let's go 10 mountain climbers. Again, really slow and controlled, focusing on keeping that knee as low to the ground as possible and driving it across the body. Alright, so keep fighting. We've got 3 more moves to go through. We're going to transition into lunges. So 10 lunges on one leg. Keep your chest lifted. I know you're probably fatiguing by now, or maybe you're feeling strong. Whatever you do, just make sure you're in control of the movement. So be kind and be gentle. Let's switch our legs for another solid 10. Find your balance, don't wobble like I just did. And my friends, we're on to the final movement, plank walkers. Let's bring this home strong. Again, keep that form solid. Even though we are at the end of the workout, we're gonna end it in style, in good fashion, and with great form. Alright, so even though your arms may be fatigued, I want you to keep pushing all the way through to the end. Even if you took a little bit of a break, that's completely fine. You're only human. Take that break, but come right back in and join us. And that's the end of the workout. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the very first Monday buzz. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this Monday buzz. Monday buzz is all about every Monday morning I bring you guys a workout. It's a really quick express workout, anywhere between 8 and 15 minutes, and a little bit of inspiration. So on that note of inspiration, guys, I just want to encourage you to remember that exercise, it doesn't have a particular shape or form. We've got these preconceived notions of what exercise is supposed to look like. Exercise is weightlifting, exercise is yoga, exercise is cycling, exercise is sprinting, exercises, HIIT training. Like, what really matters most is that you take action, you take the initiative, and you engage in activity, whether it's 3 times a week or if you do it every single day. Just being mindful of what you do. All right, so you keep that in mind. I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday today, and that today really sets the tone for the rest of your week. I will see you guys in the next video. You keep spreading all that love and inspiration to everyone that you come into contact with, and as always, guys, you get up, get out, and get moving. Peace.